Hello my lovely people. I am so sorry that I disappeared for so long. I planned to take a break for 1 or 2 weeks, but OPPs I was gone for over 2 months. I am trying to make more stories for you all, but I think I will only upload once every 2 weeks. This story is a SakuAtsuIwaOi story. It is connected to my story Torn Apart, but you don't have to watch/read it to understand it. Though it would make me happy if you watch/read it if you haven't yet. Let's start with the story. Hope you will like it. Baby, what happened? Did you fight with Oikawa? You've been acting strange lately and you look so sad all the time. Are you not feeling well? What are you talking about, Omi? Me and Kawa haven't argued and I'm fine. Atsumu sat on the couch and ignored his phone, which had been vibrating almost continuously for half an hour. Kiyomi sat next to Atsumu and pulled his beloved in his arms. Atsu, you know you can talk to me about anything? Please tell me what happened between you and Oikawa? I'm worried, please talk to me. Atsumu had tears in his eyes. He shook his head and clung to Kiyomi as if he let go he would lose him forever. Atsumu took a deep breath. Baby, it's nothing, I'm just tired. I will reply later. Atsu, if you really don't want to tell me that's fine, but please don't lie to me. If you can't talk to me about it, please at least talk to Osamu about it. And you should talk things out with Oikawa. You guys have been best friends for so long. He's been trying to reach you for days. He called me to ask why you are ignoring him. He is very worried about you. He even cried when he called me, and Iwaizumi called me too because he was worried about Oikawa and you. Atsumu collapsed. He started crying and clung to Kiyomi even tighter. The ace didn't know what to do. He had never seen Atsumu cling to him so desperately. He held his boyfriend in his arms and stroked his back soothingly. My love, I'm always there for you. I love you. I will always be by your side. Please do not leave me. Kiyomi, I love you so much and I don't want to lose you under any circumstances. Please believe me when I say I love you. Kiyomi wrapped his arms around his beloved and kissed him gently on the head. Atsu, I will never be able to leave you. You are the love of my life and I can't imagine life without you. I promise you I will always be by your side and love you. I promise I will never leave you. And why should I not believe you? I'll tell you what's been bothering me lately. But even if you promised not to leave me, you can still do it if you want to. I want to see you happy and not keep you in a relationship where you will be unhappy and sad. Even if it is heartbreaking to me. Kiyomi loosened his arms and pulled himself back slightly from Atsumu. His eyes widened. Atsumu, what happened? You didn't cheat on me, right? Atsumu started sobbing and looked down. Kiyomi started crying. His chest felt heavy. He couldn't believe that the love of his life would betray him like this. Not after what happened in high school, not after all they went through together. He wanted to yell at Atsumu and let his anger out, but the only thing that escaped his lips was, when? With who? No, I didn't cheat on you with anyone. At least not physically. I developed feelings for someone else. I swear I've tried to get rid of them but I just can't. Who is it? Do I know them? It is Oikawa. Why, you're in love with your best friend? Then you want us to break up now? Or did you want to stay with me because Oikawa has Iwaizumi? No, it's not like that at all. I don't want to break up. What is it that you want? Staying in a relationship with someone you don't love anymore? Because the one you love isn't available? Don't you think that's unfair towards me? That's not what I said, Omi. Don't ever call me that again. It hurts to hear that. I didn't say that I don't love you anymore. What else is it supposed to mean then? You fell in love with someone else, Atsu? What else is it supposed to mean other than that you don't love me anymore? Baby, I wish I didn't have these feelings, but I can't help it. Just because I have feelings for Oikawa doesn't mean I love you any less. You don't have the right anymore to call me baby. I need some fresh air. Don't wait for me, I need some distance from you. I can't talk to you about this now. You can stay in the apartment, I will go to Osamu. Please Kiyomi, let's talk about everything when you're ready. Both were in tears and Kiyomi avoided looking at Atsumu. Both were quiet for a moment. Both sat on the couch with broken hearts. Please Kiyomi, I will give you as much time as you need, but please, I don't want this to end between us. Please, let's talk about it when you're ready. Kiyomi didn't answer. He didn't even look up when Atsumu packed a bag with some of his belongings and left their apartment. He didn't look up when his phone rang, nor when the sun came up. He stared and cried all night. At one point he fell asleep. Kiyomi didn't know how long he slept. He woke up to what sounded like a shower. He immediately thought of Atsumu. He smiled at the thought of his boyfriend. But his smile quickly faded as he remembered what had happened that evening. Now the thoughts of his ex-boyfriend hurts him a lot. Atsu, is that you? Kiyomi got up and went to the bathroom. As he was about to knock, the door opened and Atsumu came out. Kiyomi, you are awake? I cleaned the bathroom for you and got your clothes ready. What are you doing here? You said that you give me time. But now you're still here. I thought you were in training, so I thought I could get some more of my stuff. I guess I have to stay at Osamu's for a while. I'll be gone in just a moment. I know. Atsumu was interrupted by a sob. He clutches his mouth with his right hand to stop the sobs. Kiyomi's eyes widened when he saw Atsumu's hand. Atsumu's hand was bandaged, not bandages you had at home. They were bandages you would need in the hospital. The setter realized his mistake and quickly hid his hand behind his back. What happened to your hand, ATS? I'm sorry, I know I have no right to cry. I'll just grab some of my stuff and then I'll leave you alone. Atsumu went to their bedroom. Kiyomi stood frozen for a moment. When Atsumu came out of the bedroom with a bag, he knew right away that he couldn't let Atsumu go now. As his boyfriend walked past him, Kiyomi grabbed his wrist. Atsumu winced in pain and Kiyomi immediately let go. Don't go? You sure? I don't want to pressure you. Stay. I am very hurt because of you, but I don't want to just give up on us. On all the years we were together. Sumu, what's taking you so long? Suna walked into the apartment and stopped. When he saw Sakusa. Do you want me to leave you both alone? Atsumu looked over at Kiyomi and after he nodded hesitantly he turned to Suna. I will call you or Samu if I need to be picked up. Okay, good, then we will see you later. Sakusa, I don't know exactly what happened between you two, but I know that Sumu loves you very much. I am sure you will find a solution. Kiyomi doesn't react, he just stares into space. Suna left and Atsumu put his bag in front of the entrance. The two just stood there for a while. Kiyomi was pulled out of his trance as Atsumu started to sob. What does all this mean for us? Do you want to break up or do you expect me to pretend you're not in love with your best friend? Omi, I never wanted to develop feelings for Tora and I try everything to get rid of them. Somehow. I know you don't believe me, but I really love you. My feelings for Oikawa have nothing to do with my feelings for you. Atsumu took a step towards Kiyomi, who immediately took a step back. He looked sad at the ground and took a step back. I am sorry. I don't know what else I can say to make you believe me, other than that I love you and always will. I swear I will cut Oikawa out of my life if you want me to. I just need some time. So you were planning to still meet up with him even you are in love with him? Are you expecting me that I just watch you and Oikawa flirting with each other? Do I really have to go through that again? But this time it is even worse because you love him? No, of course not. Atsumu clenched his fists so hard that the pain in his right hand brought him back to reality and tears ran down his cheeks. Kiyomi, I don't know what I am supposed to do. Whatever I do, I can't win. If I keep my friendship with Toru, I will lose you, the first I ever fell in love with and the love of my life, and that will break my heart, it will destroy me. But if I stay with you, I have to lose my best friend who always had my back, and that will hurt too. I know him since end of middle school. I know, but I am your boyfriend since high school. I don't want to lose you, Mia. You are the love of my life, but if you want to keep Oikawa in your life, I can't be part of your life. Tears were streaming down Atsumu's cheeks. He could feel the stitches tearing on his right hand and the blood pooling in his bandage. But he couldn't feel the pain in his hand over his broken heart. I can't. I need time. Tears streamed down Kiyomi's face and he began to sob. Get out. Omi, please. No. Get out now. I can't see you right now. I am sorry. Atsumu turned and walked out. Kiyomi watched after him and dropped to his knees when he was outside. Only after a while did he notice the drops of blood on the floor. But he didn't have the energy to wipe away the blood. He only stared at the red stains until he heard someone enter the apartment. Atsu. He jumped up and quickly walked to the entrance, where Motoya was just taking off his shoes. When he realized that it wasn't Atsumu who chose him, he burst into tears again. Seeing this, Motoya quickly ran over to his cousin and pulled him into his arms. Besides Kiyomi's mother and Atsumu, Motoya is the only one who could touch him. What happened? Kiyo, what's wrong? Atsu. I think Atsumu and I broke up. What? Why? You two are made for each other. You're wrong. He is in love with Oikawa. Motoya is at a loss for words. He didn't know what to say, so he just held Kiyomi in his arms. Atsumu's point of view. After he told Kiyomi he has feelings for Toru, he didn't want to leave Kiyomi alone, but he also knew that if he stayed he would only hurt Kiyomi more. After packing the most important things in a bag, he went to his brother's house. When he rang the bell and Osamu opened the door, he fell into his brother's arms and began to sob. Osamu was shocked and didn't know what to do. He had never heard his brother sob so desperately. Osamu walked into the living room with his brother in his arms and sat down with him. When Sunna realized what was going on, he went into the kitchen and got Atsumu a glass of water. He put it on the coffee table and also sat next to Atsumu and put his arms around him. Atsumu couldn't speak for a long time because he was always interrupted by sobs. So he stayed silent until he had finally calmed down. I fucked up? Atsumu, calm down, I am sure it isn't that bad. It's even worse. I fucked up my 7 years relationship. Atsumu, Kiyomi loves you more than everything. He won't just leave like that. I know, but what I did is unforgivable. Did you cheat on him? No. Then I am sure you two can figure things out. I am in love with Toru. What? So you ended things with Kiyomi? No, I still love him. He is the love of my life, but I also have feelings for Toru. Oh God, I hate me so much for my feelings. I wish I could just stop loving him. Then I wouldn't hurt Omi, but I tried to get rid of those feelings, but they just won't go away. You should end your friendship with Toru and prove Kiyomi you are still his. Samu, it's not that easy to cut out my best friend. I am ignoring him for the past 2 weeks, but I keep feeling shittier. My feelings didn't go away and I miss my best friend. But when I think about Toru, I feel so guilty. But when I think about cutting him out of my life, I feel like my heart breaks. Then how do you feel when you think about cutting Kiyomi out of your life? Don't you see how I feel? Atsumu started sobbing again and Osamu pulled him into his arms again. After a while, Atsumu fell into a restless sleep. Sunna got the guest room ready and Osamu carried his brother into the guest room and put him on the bed. Atsumu woke up in the middle of the night. When he realized that he was lying in an empty bed, he turned the light on and looked around for Kiyomi. When he realized that he was at Osamu's home, he remembered what had happened between him and Kiyomi. He immediately started crying again. He went into the bathroom and wiped his face to get rid of the tears. When his tears didn't stop falling, he became frustrated and smashed his hand into the mirror, which shattered it and cut his hand. He looked into the sink and picked up one of the larger shards. He could feel the blood running down his hand but he couldn't feel the pain. He was in a trance looking at his cut hand. He knew he should feel pain but he only felt his pain in his heart. He put the shard on the back of his hand and cut his wrist and his forearm across the back of his hand. He dropped the shard as the bathroom door flew open. Osamu stood shocked in the entrance. His eyes widened when he saw Atsumu's hand and arm. He grabbed a clean towel and wrapped it around Atsumu's hand. Rin, get the car keys. We need to take Atsumu to the hospital. Osamu and Rin got Atsumu to the hospital as fast as they could. When Atsumu was treated, everyone went and ate something together in a small coffee shop on the way to Atsumu's apartment. They then proceeded to Kiyomi and Atsumu's shared apartment. Osamu and Rin waited outside because Atsumu insisted. Sunna went inside to check up on Atsumu. When he didn't came out after a while, Osamu wanted to stay longer because he had a feeling that Atsumu would need them when he came out. After Atsumu came back outside, Osamu hugged him as soon as he saw how devastated his brother was. They all got in the car and drove back to the hospital. Atsumu needed to treat his hand again. During the fight with Kiyomi he tore his stitches open again. After that they went home. Atsumu called his coach in the car and let him know he couldn't play for at least a month. After that he wrote to Motoya. Private chat between Motoya and Atsumu. Can you go check up on Kiyomi? I fucked up and he needs someone by his side now. I don't want him to be alone. What did you do? How bad is it? I think I have to move out. Fucking hell, what did you do, Atsumu-miya? Atsumu is offline. Atsumu put his phone down and lay back in his brother's arms. The two sat in the back seat while Sunna drove. Atsumu was unable to reply to Motoya's last message. The moment the three entered Osamu's house, Atsumu went into the guest room and locked himself in. Osamu and Sunna both tried to talk to him but Atsumu wanted to be alone. After a while his phone rang and he jumped up to see who was calling. He hoped it was Kiyomi, but of course it wasn't him. It was Toru, and when Atsumu saw the picture he had as Oikawa's caller ID he started crying again. It was a picture they took together when Atsumu visited him in Argentina. Toru kissed Atsumu's cheeks in the picture. He loved this picture and he was so happy at the time. But now this picture was like a knife in his heart. It reminded him too much of what his feelings destroyed. Atsumu declined the call. He couldn't talk to Toru. He didn't know what to tell him. He wasn't ready to end his friendship with Toru yet. He knew exactly that he would choose Kiyomi in the end but he couldn't tell Toru yet. Kiyomi is Atsumu's great love but Oikawa is his best friend. No matter what decision he makes, he will hurt someone he loves and break his own heart in the process. For him it's a lose-lose situation. Why do I have to love you, Toru? Why can't I only love my Omi? That was part 1. I hope you liked it. I don't know how long this series will be, because I have so many ideas for it. I already finished part 4. Let me know how you liked it. and if you want to see something in it, let me know it. Also, I will make my parts shorter than before because it kinda stressed me out when I had to edit it for 3 to 5 hours. Hope you can forgive me. I have an Instagram account where I will make updates and where I will upload smut scenes. Omis_Atsu99. Join my Discord server. I'm occasionally in the voice channel. If I am in the voice channel, I will announce it on Insta. Link is in the description. I apologize for the grammatical errors. Write me a comment how you liked the story. Don't forget to follow. If someone wants a video, please let me know it. I will try to write your ideas as best as possible.